with craft designs, and I'm gonna make sure we're live and going here. Open the chat. What is today? Today is September the 5th, 2025. And we're gonna play with the lantern today, the festive lantern. So I thank you guys for joining me. I've been kind of engineering my own version of it. There's Sandra, and it looks like I'm actually luckily going live on both platforms. Hey Nicole, Sandra, Anita, Anki, Sandra Cummings, hello. Belinda is here. So far all Facebook. So I'm going to see if maybe Femke joins us from YouTube. Good evening, everybody. Hi, Rebecca. Yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and share, of course. There's Nuns. Hello, Nuns. Kathy Carpenter's here. There we go. There's Leslie from YouTube. Debbie Gant is here. Dymphana, Katie, hello. Maricela, Tiffany's here. Hey, Tiff. Okay, we do have YouTube and Facebook, so that is wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. And you can hear me fine, and look at my shirt. I'm ready for fall. Who's ready for fall? Anybody? I am ready. Belinda on YouTube. Okay, good. You switched over. Hey, Donna from Florida. Ivor's here. Anita. Linda. Femke, there you are. Hello. Astrid is here. Welcome. Okay, well, we're going to play with the festive lantern today. And if you saw my little teaser, I already made a Halloween one, and I'll show it to you in a second. Everybody's ready. Okay. But then I decided I wanted to make more of a fall one to have just around the house, something pretty. So let me turn the camera around here. We'll do a little screen share. If the little circle bothers anybody, we can take that away in a bit if you like. Hey, Karen. Hey, Ellie, Margaret, Tina. Yeah, awesome. We got a lot of people joining in today for a Friday. Toral is here. Linda. Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. No, not ready for fall, Debbie? Well, I am. I'm super ready. Okay, so you guys know the Festive Lantern by Angelica. It looks like this. And a lot of people have been making beautiful Christmas lanterns. And I've been thinking from the beginning, is there some way that I can put a different spin on this particular die and also make it not Christmas? I'm always trying to do things just a little bit differently. So I thought, what if we added one more panel and we made it more into like a pentagon? Now, I have learned you could make this into a hexagon. You could make it even bigger, if you wanted to, but I thought a pentagon was a nice size, a nice shape, just to be a little bit different. So I kind of played around with just some craft cardstock, just trying to understand how the whole thing goes together. And I'm going to show you a couple of tips on what I learned. Like I tried all different ways to put the top on and in the order that you do it. So this is what worked best for me, what I'm going to show you today. I was printing photos of me when I was little till my marriage. Okay, Nicole, cool. Very cool. You're working on something. Yeah, thanks, Robin. I think it's going to be a little bit different. So I'll show you the Halloween one in case you didn't see the photo of it this morning. Use my beetles and bugs to kind of make it playful and dress it up. And some older things in my release. This is the Layered Labels stamp and die. It wasn't a combo back then, but it definitely is a combo. Definitely goes together. And so this is definitely a pentagon. And I used my colorful collective paper, which is this one. This orange one is a favorite for so many things for me. But on the outside, I did black as sort of a shadow. And then I added some really pretty shimmery gold vellum for that. So I wasn't going to put any feet on this one because I got this great little electric candle and it doesn't fit through the little door thing that you can make by using the die to make the door. So I'm not going to put feet on this one. I'm just going to set it down over the candle thingy. But I'll show you what that looks like at the end when we get the other one finished and what I'm going to put in this one that we're going to make today because I am going to do the door thing. All right, let's take a look at what y'all are saying. Colorful Collective. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. Hey, Deborah. Deborah won a $100 gift certificate last week because I hit 35,000 subscribers on YouTube and she was the random drawn winner. And ECD generously donated a $100 gift certificate. So, yay, Deborah. Just the bodice over the candle. Yeah, you can do it that way. You don't have to always have the feet. So this next one, what I want to do is, I think I teased about it, mushrooms, pumpkins, maybe some ferns. So I kind of thought about what did I want the paper to be on the outside, and I decided no paper. I was just going to make sort of a wood grain look to the pieces. And I hope you can see the little detail, how it looks a little bit like wood grain. And that I did myself on brown cardstock. So there's the plain brown cardstock. And I'll show you really quickly how easy that is to do. But I did it with all the little brown pieces here. Because I figured, you know, that's kind of naturey. So I didn't have any cardstock that looked like wood grain. You could definitely use embossing folders if you have a wood grain one. I think if it would fit, I think it would fit. You just have to do it before you die cut. But so we're going to do a little wood grain technique very quickly. Yeah, those panels do have beautiful scroll work. I agree, Belinda. She did a beautiful job with that, all those details. So what I'm just doing here is I'm squeezing out 3 different colors of paint. So a very like off-white creamy ivory color, just a little of that. And the first one I laid down was black, and then this one is sort of a raw sienna, so kind of a middle brownish, reddish, orangey. And I would say grab the most terrible, shabby paintbrush you can find. This is mine. Nothing here is even. It's all very raggedy, and it's perfect for this. So what I'm going to do, I want my grains to go this way. And it's easier for me to swipe left and right than to go up and down for some reason. So it's just a very relaxed feeling of the brush in my hand when I do it that way. And I'm just going to get a little bit of that brown paint on there, and I'm really tapping off a bunch because I want it to be fairly dry. And I can also grab a little bit of black at the same time, just to save time. Or you can do all 3 colors separately and just do a very light sweep. I mean, go light to start with, because you don't know how heavy it's going to get. If you push too hard on the first try, it may be too much. And I'll hold this up so you can see it a little closer in just a minute. But I'm just trying to get some streaks in there of the brown and the black. So far, that's how it looks. Nothing, you know, super drastic. And then I'm going to grab some of that really pale kind of off-white. And I mean, my hand is very lightly taking this brush across here. And of course, you can do as much or as little as you want. If you want more black, come in with more black. But it's so light. You definitely don't want to wash your brush in between. You want a nice, dry, raggedy, trashy brush. Okay, so that's really it. That's all I did. So we're going to set this one aside to dry because I might use this, if we have time, I'm going to use this to cut out the decorative part to the feet because we are going to put feet on this one. So hopefully we'll have time for that. And I'm going to clean this up just a little just because there's so much. Otherwise, I would just roll it up and put it off to the side. So I'll take a look at your comments while I'm cleaning. Oh, hey, Jacqueline. Jacqueline is here. Yes, and I just saw somebody said that this flourishy dye part would make a great stencil, and I totally agree. So we certainly didn't need all that paint just for one panel, but I used that much paint for all five, just to give you an idea. All right, now I'll wash this later. Just had to get the bulk of that off of there. La, la. Texture Stamps has a wood grain one. Yes, it would. It's just a little square one. If it was a big stamp that had the wood grain, a stamp would be great. Yes. Okay, so that's going to sit aside to dry, and I'll just show you really quick. Let me put that brush up so I don't put my hand in it. Of course, we know about the lantern dye, and I did use this winter greenery for some of the black in the background, which is this stuff right here. And then the berries I did in shades of purple. So I used the winter greenery as well. And of course, the beetles and the bugs, as I mentioned. And after I got it all done, I thought it needed a little bit of border, like fun trims. So I did use my borders and trims on the top and the bottom, just in black. And of course, the layered labels, which go with the die. And All Occasion Greetings stamp set is what Happy Halloween was stamped in the middle. Okay, so that's that for that one. Let's go back to building this guy. Okay, and another thing I wanted to show you is if you wanted to do vellum, like I did here, the vellum is the very last step. If you can see in there, you can't really see like the black drop shadow. Whoops. You can't see this little black drop shadow if you put the vellum in between the two layers, the orange and the black. So just kind of keep that in mind, unless you don't mind the black or whatever you're using to be very muted back. But it definitely will mute it back quite a bit. So this is that same shiny gold. And the best way to put that onto your project, I find, is to make myself a little template from the topper piece. You don't need to do it necessarily for the side pieces because those are just big rectangles you can measure. But so you don't have to struggle, I would make a little template out of this piece and cut just inside of where all those score lines are. And then a little bit inside this edge that didn't have a score line at all, the free edge. Okay, and now you have a template. You can trace that, cut that out, and then glue it when you're ready. Okay, so that's a little bit easier, I think, to make yourself a little template real quick. Okay, are we getting ready to get started? Hey, Teresa from Portugal, welcome. Good to see you here. Yeah, the borders are one of my favorites for sure. I use them a lot. Okay, so I have all my pieces kind of ready to go. And again, we're going to do the little drop shadow thing. So I have my wood grain as my outer part. And then I'm going to use this really pretty olivey green color for the little shadow, let's say. So that we have this kind of effect when you get done. Can you see that? I'm looking for a white piece of paper. Here we go. Maybe you can see that better now. Okay. So let's start with putting the little drop shadow behind these two pieces. Okay, so I'm going to grab something to catch the glue underneath. Little non-stick mat and some magnets on my glass board here. Okay, so what you have to do first is you've got to trim away these little tabs on the side and the top, and then you've got to trim in just a little bit on the bottom and the other side over here. So I'm looking at that score line, and I'm going to come in at least a good fat 1/16 of an inch. And we definitely want to come in a little bit further here, maybe closer to 1/8. And here as well, because This is going to go down and to the left, so you're going to be moving over into that area. So you want to make sure you trim that a little extra. And before we do this one, we'll just continue with this one. So what I've done here, and you have to understand the lantern and how it works, is go ahead and fold on the score line. So this one folds back, this long one, and this one folds forward. Okay. I don't have adhesive on this just yet, but I would get those folds done now, and it helps you when you're placing this here to kind of know where you're at. So I'm going to use template idea would save quite a bit of time and effort. Yes, it would, Robin. You're right. So I'm going to use Barely Art glue this time. You can use Nuvo glue. They're both about the same in property as far as a little bit longer drying time than art glitter glue. Because you're going to do all these little detail-y things, you don't want something that dries really fast. Like art glitter glue dries super fast. So I go quickly around the outside first, where I can go a little heavier. And then I hit those bigger spots with a blob and the middle. And then I hit those little scrollies because I don't want those bending forward or doing anything weird. But just a quick hit on those. I think I got them all. Oh, these two here and these two here. See, and because it's barely art glue, I'm not too worried about it. Okay, that's the top. That's the side. And now we're going to take this guy and we're just going to offset so that the green is going left and down from the brown. And I'll hold that up in a second, but I'm going to put a little bit of a weight on it for just a second so it really gets smashed down and adheres well. Yes, don't forget to like, comment, and share. Definitely. Thank you, Karen. Thank you so much. Hey, Claire, you're a little late, but you're here. We're happy to see you. Okay, so while that's sitting there getting ironed out, we'll go ahead and do this one. And you do pretty much the same thing. So I'm going to come in here and cut quite a bit off the bottom. Maybe almost an eighth. And then same over here. Now, when you get to this top part, save that top bit. Just in case, because, and I'm going to go ahead and cut it on its little score line there. Because what I did with this one is I saved all the black and then I put it back on the outside at the end just to make this really strong. Everything else was layered up double, but this part. And so I thought, well, that looks nice just to add that black back on there. So save those in case you want to put them on the top. So I've got a little pile of these over there from the others. All right, so we cut this, we cut this, we cut this. We have to cut this one. And this is the one you want to kind of check because it's important that you have enough room for everything to, you know, like the brown part to fold. So it looks pretty good. I have plenty of room. I am going to shave just a little bit more off the bottom. We can get rid of those bits. Okay, this looks good. We'll put that aside. Now we'll do the same with this. So what's going on? Oh, hey, David. Hello. ECD does stressed as in myself count too? I don't understand. Stressed? I hope you're okay, Femke. I don't know what's going on. Okay, same thing. Hit the bigger spots first, get the little spots last. Those are the ones you really want to make sure nice and gluey. Okay, that looks good. Same as before. Kind of off to the left. You can check it again really quick to make sure, but that looks good. And then give it a press. Okay. That part's easy, right? Hey, Jane. Hey, Lisanna. Nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. Very good to see you. Okay, now we're going to put that one aside over here to dry. And this time, Let's see, do we need this anymore? I don't think so. Let's get rid of this guy. If we need it, we'll grab it again. Hey, Jody, good to see you here. Okay. So what I have done, remember, this is the top. This is the side, of course. And this part, just so you understand what's happening, eventually the top of the lantern is going to get glued in such a way that when you view it from the side, you see sort of a nice straight edge here. Now, it may be a little confusing when you're first working with it because this is wider than this. So here's my tip. This is what worked for me. I'm going to lay this down so that this right edge is right on my ruler, okay? Nice and straight. I'm going to bring it down so I can see it a little bit better for me. And I'm going to stick some magnets on here to hold it in place. You could put a weight down, you could tape it down, whatever you have. Okay, and then I take the tape and make sure you burnish really well when you put your double-sided tape down. You can use glue, but I'm telling you, I struggled with the glue. I needed the tape. Yes, it does feel like a long time, Lizana. Oh, Anne, you're here from... Oh, Facebook was buffering too much. Okay, good. Well, I'm glad you're here on YouTube. Cool. Belinda, who did you catch? Okay, here's my tip. This big vertical line in my ruler is to the right of this, right? And so I am going to make sure that this little edge is also lined up with that ruler. The tape is here, not here. That's important because you don't want it here. Not yet. All right, so I'm lining up this straight part. So it's basically that you're centering left and right onto this brown piece, okay? And I'll hold this up. I just want to give it a really good press. I feel like once we understand that part, that makes this all come together so much easier. So you see how the brown is hanging off about the equal amount left and right from this thing. This thing is centered right down the middle. So that to me is like huge, huge tip. Okay, so now we can go ahead, and it doesn't matter which one you go with at this point, I don't think. So you see I have the tape on the front of that long tab. I'm going to take the next one, and just take your time with this and make sure everything's square. Because, you know, double-sided tape, sometimes it's like, you got to commit. So just hover and then commit. Oh, thank you, C.L. Ellsworth. Thank you very much. I'm glad you like that tip, and I'm glad you like the Pentagon idea. Okay, we're just going to keep moving around with the base pieces. Okay, looks good. And hopefully we'll have time. Did I cut the door in one panel? I did. I'm glad you said that because I want this around the back. Yes. After I had the two layers put together, then I used the die that comes with it to make the little door. And I'm going to put that in the back, kind of. I mean, you know, it's a pentagon, so it's not, there really is no back. Okay, so let's do that one next. I'm so glad you said that. Thank you, Sylvia. Always thinking. Okay. Careful. Take your time. No rush. Okay. And then this last guy, I got to put some tape on here. This was the one I demoed with, so I didn't get any tape on these two yet. And I'm lucky enough to still have a little bit of this ECD tape. I don't think it's a product that we're going to have anymore. Looks like 1/4. Could probably use 1/8 also. Those panels could be used to make some kind of pretty box too. Yeah. Oh my gosh, so many ideas. So many things you could do. I was having other ideas as I was making this one, like, oh, you could do this, you could do that. What size tape, please? I am using, I know they sell it in millimeters, right? This is the 6. Is it a 6? Is there a 6? I think so. I'm going to save that little piece for that part right there. Okay, so on the front of that one, but on the underside of that one. Oh no, I like that tape. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying for sure, but I feel like the rumor has been that it's going away. But don't hold me to it. Let's ask Els and make sure. Because I would hate to tell you something and be wrong. Yeah, I do think it is 6 millimeter. Yep. All right, so I'm just going to trim a little bit of that off of that one. And, you know, it's super, super important to burnish, especially this one, because you're going to get in there later with like a piercing tool and peel that off, and you don't want anything coming up that shouldn't be coming up. Just that. All right, I'm just trimming a little bit off of this tab. It's hanging off the edge. All right, and then we just need one more on that front edge right there. Just make sure you stay to the right of your little fold. You don't want to be on the fold. Just go inside of it a little bit. Some big sheets and the larger rolls. Yes, the skinny tapes were discontinued. Yeah, I think you're right, Belinda. Yeah, and the sheets are great. I use them for everything, so I hope those aren't going away, but I don't know. Just don't know for sure. Okay, we got tape there and there. Okay, now we can proceed where we were. Get back to this guy. And peel this tape. This is the window one. Okay, good. Yes, they do have great adhesives. They definitely do. Okay, cool. Now I'm going to go with the toppers. Now remember that this top piece comes forward. Just keep that in mind. And so we're just going to line these up. I probably shouldn't have peeled away that tape on the little tab just yet. You can wait. Just want to get this squared up. And then you can bring this up like that. Okay. Now I'm going to go all the way around and finish the top. I know it seems weird, but like I said, this is what worked best for me. So that's what I'm going to stick with. Okay, next one. And I'm just kind of watching my score lines and my folds. Okay, good. This one. Give it a pinch. Everything's looking good. Hope it works. You just never know. What worked for me 2 days ago may not work today, but I hope so. All right, so we got one more after this. This one needs to come up a little bit more. Okay. Good. And this little guy. It doesn't look too difficult. No, it's not difficult at all. No, and especially like I didn't really understand how the top went on. So I struggled with that at first. But if you understand how it goes on, once you finally get it, then it's like, oh, okay. Okay. Awesome. Oh, we got this little tab yet we got to do here. Okay. Okay. Now, again, this is not staying flat as you're gluing around. This is actually going to come forward. So you have sort of a little stair-steppy thing. So just remember that as you're going along. Now, here's where I'm going to take my piercer. Now, does it make any difference at all if this is closed up all the way? Let's go ahead and close it up. Just so we're not struggling with all this loose stuff hanging around. And we can't do like Els did last time. We can't lay it on the table and line it up because ours has 5 sides and not 4. So we just have to kind of hold it in our hands. When it has 4, you can lay everything flat and mush it down. It makes it really easy. Same amount as the base. What was the question, Maricela? How many panels make the top piece? 5. There's 5 of those, and there's 5 of these. Okay. All right, so here we go. I'm going to get my piercer. I'm going to lift up this tape. Just because I don't have fingernails. Not much, anyway. Just to get it started. Okay. All right, now, again, you're going to want to try to split the difference with this little topper piece. You don't want to line up corners. And I think that looks pretty good. Now, there is one advantage to doing the pentagon shape, and that is you can get your hand in there, even if you have a really big hand. You can get your hand in there and push from the inside and the outside at the same time. Whereas, you know, my hand barely gets into this little guy here. So this makes it just a little bit easier. Okay, so there's the second one. I'm not going to go in and do the little gluey corner things until the end. So let's get this next one. We're just going to continue on around. Same thing. And the vellum. Lizana asked about the vellum. I'm looking in the vellum. So, Lizana, what is your question about the vellum? That will be difficult, I guess, says Sylvia. So, can somebody maybe ask that again, what she's referring to? Nope, it's better this way. Okay, just like before, kind of splitting the difference, and I'm pressing those together, inside and outside at the same time. Didn't have a hive, but a bug hotel. What? That will be difficult. I'm going to see if I can go back to maybe what she said here. What die is this? I can't find it. Chris, you're asking about what die this is. This is the Festive Lantern die, and it's part of the Paper Flowers release from, or the line from Angelica. Okay, here's the door one. We're almost there. Then we get to decorate. Okay. Get that door out of the way so I can see. Give this a little push. I don't know if y'all just saw that. My tape popped off the panel right before this one. So apparently I was looking at the comments too much. When you stick the vellum on this lantern, I think vellum should have gone in when it was flat. Yes, yes, yes. I'm not doing vellum on this one, but yes. When I did the one for Halloween, I definitely put the vellum on all the panels before I put it all together. Okay, I got to stop looking at the comments because I'm crooked. Carefully. Gonna redo this one. It's a little crooked. And if you're careful, you can undo that. That one's a little bit finicky because it's got that skinny little opening for the door. So you have to, that was it. I thought maybe you forgot. Oh no, I'm not going to do, I'm sorry. I didn't even say I wasn't going to do it. But I am not going to do vellum on this one. Okay. And I never did this one, so I need to get in there and do that real quick before we glue that last one. Okay. And there's a little tabby in there. Oh, okay. Okay, good. Okay, one more. Thanks, David. He's like, I do admire your patience. It's more perseverance, I think, than patience. Okay. I think we're good. I think we're good. Okay, so all we have to do now is get in there, and this is where I might switch to back to art glitter glue. Oh, good, Jody. I'm glad to hear it was helpful. I'm glad. You want to line it with vellum first. Yes. Yes, you're right, Sylvia. So I'm going to switch back to art glitter glue because I want this to dry quicker. And this is where you want to get in to those spaces right there where the top and the base meet together. It's just that one little corner. So Femke and Leslie, y'all must have real bees or know something about some bee situation. I'm very intrigued. Thank you, Karen. Okay, that one's good. We'll do this one. This takes just a bit. You got to kind of squeeze it and be patient for it to grab and hold. So that's what I'm going to talk to you guys. Oh, Jane, I'm glad. Yeah, it's pretty fun. Just, you know, take your time. Don't get frustrated. It comes together. Thank you, Candace. Yes, don't forget to like, comment, and share, of course, for next week. And next week's going to be fun because David's going to be here on Monday. I don't know what he's doing, but it's always fun to watch. And then Yosette has her new release on Wednesday. If you all have been seeing the sneak peeks, it's all about the mice again. I love those mice. Okay, I'm getting there. I think I got one more left. Yes, they definitely would be beautiful hanging from a string. If you could, yeah, engineer like some kind of hanging lights that would fit well through here or have some kind of closure to hold that in place, that would be cool. Okay, one more bit right there. And I think that's, I got this one corner coming up, but it's because I'm rushing through the live. Yeah, the mice, they're so fun. Oh, Femke has a hornet's nest that killed of the bumblebees here. So a bit sad. Oh no. Oh, I didn't know they killed each other like that. That's terrible. It's not funny. Okay, I'm just going to get that one because I see it's coming up, or maybe I missed that one. I don't know. But I think I got it. I got it. I might give this a try, said Cheryl. Well, good. I hope you do. I hope you do. The rusty technique, which is cool. Oh, yeah, Debbie. Yeah, I even thought about doing a rusty one for the Halloween one, but I think I changed my mind in the end because I wanted to have the Halloween one finished. Hey, Deborah. Thanks for being here. Okay. Okay. It's together. Look at that. Cool, cool, cool. All right. So I did want to share with you that you can make a base with this. And I'm not sure how we're gonna do this. Maybe I'll make a PDF and see if I can upload it to the family page. Not here, but in the ECD family page, which is a private group. I think I can post PDFs there because, you know, you can't use the die anymore for the base because it's a square. It has to be a pentagon. So I kind of measured and I figured it out, and I went to the computer and I made one. Hopefully the right size. I think it's going to work out. I made one. I printed it out onto some cardstock. And if you noticed on the printout here, I did 2 lines because you got to have the little score and fold area. So the inside one, of course, is the size of the lantern, and then the outside tabs are what you glue to the inside of the lantern. So I gave it a little test run with just a plain piece of paper. You do have to cut away those corners, just like the die shows it. Is there something to keep the door closed? That's a good question. I think you could put a little, maybe a little swing tab. Oh, my little thingy broke up here. Oh, okay. I think you could put a little, maybe you could put a brad here and a brad here, and then a little bit of string, maybe? I don't know. I hadn't thought about it. Yeah, that's an idea. Okay, back to this. So all you have to do with this one, of course, is cut out the outside and then do a little kind of an angle cut to the points, kind of sweep around like that. Because that's just how Angelica does it on the lantern die. It's got this little cutaway here, so you don't have that bulky overlap when you fold it up. So trim away a little bit of an angle, and then what I like to do is take a little stylus or something to score with and a sturdy ruler, very small ball stylus, and get just to the left of that inside line and give it a good score. You could probably do this on a scoreboard if you're good at it. To me, this is a little easier than trying to line it up on the scoreboard. Am I working on a glass board? Yeah, Lynn. Hey, Lynn. Yes, this is from Glassboard Studio. I've been promoting it like crazy because I love it and use it every day with the magnets. Cleans up very easily. Yeah, I think in my last video I gave the discount code. I actually am sort of an affiliate with them now. Okay, so by doing those little scores, now we've made this so much easier to fold. And then that would go inside. I don't know if I'm going to do that now because I really want to decorate, but let's just see. Let's just triple check, make sure if it fits. And I believe it fits beautifully. Yeah. So here's where I would grab maybe some clips. And let's use, ooh, you're going to have to glue the whole thing at one time because how do we get that out now? Oh, yeah, the door. Oh, you can reach in the door and do this. I use my broad. Use your broad board, Andrea? I just got one. That's good to know for accessories. Yeah, I mean, these magnets alone, they're so cool. You can pick whatever color. And then the big ruler magnet up there, I stick dies on there all the time. Okay, I'm going to go back to Barely Art. And I'm going to hit all these. Actually, before I do that, I did cut another one, just the inside part, to make it extra sturdy and to match the rest of my lantern from the bottom. Not that anyone's going to see the bottom, but I thought, why not? Okay, do that first. Give that a press. I think the lantern in Pentagon is so much fun. Oh, thank you, Martine. Only one extra side, but it looks so much different as the original. Yeah, I think it'd be really cute. Like it could look like a gazebo. And I don't know, you could put birds in it. Something. Not real birds. Something. All right, let's give this a go. Let's see if this works. I'm going to put glue on all tabs. And using Barely Art because it doesn't dry so quick. Whoopsie. A little too quick. And that's why I grabbed the clips, because I think that's going to be a really good way to hold things so you can let go and move on to other things. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Pop it in there. Oh, I did it this way. The dark brown should have gone on this side. But you know what? Can we do it this way? We can't clip it. All right, let's do it this way. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. All right, let me grab some clips real quick. Get the rest of that in there kind of level. Yeah, that worked. That worked. Awesome. A little crooked. That's okay. Because I'm not going to put a candle in this one. I'm actually going to put some string lights that I found. Okay, we'll give that a second. And we did that wood grain. So we're going to cut some decorative parts to the feet. How am I doing on time? Okay, 13 minutes. I can do it. All right, there's our little decorative piece. I've got the anagriffin machine over here. Off to the side. So we'll cut 4 of these. And I do pay attention to paper grain when I do any of these pieces, because you're going to do a lot of folding and assembly. Thanks, Jody. Yeah, I mean, you could leave it this way, but I think it's definitely going to be fun when we get some mushrooms on there and stuff, which I'm definitely going to do. I have them all ready to go over here off to the side. Got some pumpkins, some ferns. Okay, so that'll match our little... Now, I think Angelica, I think I saw her take this. She did a little pinch and fold using her tweezer. Oh, that worked really well. Okay. So I think that she bent them first and then adhered everything bent at the same time. Does that make sense? You don't want to start with everything flat and then try to spread it or bend it, because then that's when things will tend to rip. Okay, 2. Yes to mushrooms, says Femka. I think the brown should be on the inside. Yep. Oh, you think the brown should be on the inside? Okay, well, then I didn't make a mistake. I meant to do that. Again, nobody's going to be looking at the bottom of my lantern, so I don't care. Okay, we'll bend that one in a minute. Let's get all 4 of these cut really quick. Did you offset the colors in the lantern so they show? Yes, Jane, I did. So if you, I think you can tell that the green is offset a little bit from the brown. And if you go back to the beginning of the video, you'll see that. I did demonstrate how to do that. Definitely did that on the Halloween one with black. Just kind of offset just a little bit. Okay. There's that one. Okay, one more. And of course, the only reason I didn't have these already done is because I wanted to show you the wood grain thingy technique. I'm going faster now. Go, Annette, go. Oh, because I realized how much time was left. Yeah. I think we're good though, because like I said, I've got everything else ready besides this to just kind of glue on. The letter card stuck on the bottom will be nice. If it's for gift giving, you could put name and date or message. Oh, that's a great idea. Thanks, Belinda. Okay. Get all this out of here. See how strong those magnets are? It just sucked onto my scissors. All right, get this bent just like the other one. I like this technique. I like how she showed us how to do this. That makes it so much easier. And then you can just line it up. You can see it looking good. Okay, cool. Thank you. All right, one more, and then we'll glue these on. And as we know by watching Els when she put hers together, you can put these feet on either way you like. Like this is intended to be the bottom where it's flat, but I think Els built hers where this was the bottom and it looked beautiful. So it's not like there's any wrong way, right? Yeah. Okay, so this is a little tedious with the glue, but we'll do it real quick. Do it with it folded. It's just centered kind of right in the middle. It's very nice. And you can squeeze it to adhere while it's folded. Okay, why have I got so many? Oh, 5. I've only done 4 of those. Gotta do another one. Did anybody notice that? Nobody said anything. I'm still thinking of the 4-sided lantern, I guess. Okay. Time to stand. I have 8 minutes. I'm good. I put my glue on a sponge. Oh, that's a good idea. That's a very good idea. And I've been seeing Esther's been putting it on the back of her hand. That's kind of fun to peel off later. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, a little sponge and just dab it all over the back. That's a great idea. What kind of sponge? Just any like throwaway little bit of sponge? Or does it matter? Makeup sponge? Those you can get a whole pack of. And just toss them. Aw, thanks, Chris. Oh, I think that would be a lovely present for friends at Christmas time. So, so pretty. And you need to take a video of yourself making it as part of the gift to your friends so they can see all the lovely effort that you put into their gift. No, I wouldn't do that. I'm teasing. Bag of makeup sponges. Yeah, yeah. Perfect. Yep. I don't mind using the little tip to the glue here. It probably takes a little bit longer, but Makeup sponges from the dollar store. Yep, definitely. Okay. All right, I got to cut one more. Almost forgot. Fifth one. And you can look at my little tray of goodies while I cut this. I love going back to some older sets because, like these little acorns. It's like I love these little guys. I forgot all about these. Katie would have to edit out a few words. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. But you've got this video now to refer to help you along. It's when you don't really know what you're doing yet that makes it a little more tricky. Okay, this is the one we have to bend first. Okay. Ah, thanks, Belinda. You like my tray of goodies here? Add a 10-hour video. Oh, I wouldn't take 10 hours. I mean, you know, there is a lot of time in the cutting of the pieces, but the assembly certainly doesn't take that long. I mean, I'm doing it in an hour. So could you. Okay, cool. Sorry, I have to go. Bye-bye, Belinda. Thank you for being here. What did Joe, hey, Joe, very late today. I have to catch the replay. Okay, yeah, make sure you watch back because hopefully I've shared some helpful tips to put together the lantern and to add a 5th panel instead of just doing the 4. All right, I think I'll put those feet on last. Just in case I run out of time, I can always pop the feet on later, but I want to show you what I'm going to put inside of this one. So I want to get it decorated. And there's the little door back there. So I'm going to make this be my front. Looks like a good side to be the front. We can take these clips off now and start doing some fun stuff. Gosh, this is the hardest part, is deciding who gets front and center, right? Because I have some mushrooms here. I've got some ferns in that same green, which matches lovely. I think I'll put the fern down first. I'm going to snip some of that bottom off. And since we don't need a long drying time, I'm going to go back to the art glitter glue. Bye, Belinda. Thank you again for being here. Appreciate it. Okay, this is the mushroom and this, and I think that's it sitting in front of me. These are from my Mushrooms and Ferns, which was a very early release, but still available. So I think I'll put that there. Thanks, Anita. Okay, and I've got this little mushroom. I've got some other little things. And I also have beautiful blessings that I want to put on the front of there. So don't want to forget that. But you got to get all this good stuff on here first, I think. So I think I'll put the pumpkin on next. Now the pumpkin, let's see, the pumpkin comes from, so here's Mushrooms and Ferns, of course, and the pumpkin is all this other stuff, Festive Harvest. I was thinking about using even the newer mushroom one, which is laying over there, and I can't remember the name of it. Mushrooms and Tree Stumps, that's my most recent, but in the end I decided just to keep it with these guys. So you can get your hand in the door and push from the inside to help it out, or you could wait until you get it all decorated and then put the bottom on so you can get your hand up through the bottom. Okay, that looks good. And it's set 2083 mushrooms and ferns. Thank you. Thank you. It must be Sylvia helping out. Thank you, Sylvia. Somehow I knew it. You got my back. Okay, I think we'll put this right here. Where's the door? Okay, push on that a little bit. Fall decorations are beautiful. Yes, thank you, Karen. I agree. I agree. And so I can go on around with the rest of this stuff, but I think for right now, I'm going to get my beautiful blessings on here. Take a little block and kind of prop that up so it's kind of flat for me. Beautiful blessings. That looks good. I could put foam tape, but I think I'm just going to stick with the glue. And Beautiful Blessings is from my newest Everyday Words number 4. And I do see that it might be Gemma. Says the products Annette is using will be tagged after the live. So thank you for that. That will be helpful. Beautiful blessings. Okay. All right. Well, I think what I'm going to do, because it's 3:01, I'm going to play around. I've got all these leaves over here. I've got my little acorns. I'm going to take some time to really have some fun and decorate this completely and put the feet on. And then I'll put a picture up for everyone and also in the family page. And don't forget that I will try to see if I can upload that Pentagon PDF for you guys in case you want to try the Pentagon version of the lantern. So let's turn this around. If you missed my shirt in the beginning, here's my shirt. I'm in the mood. I do thank you guys for watching. Sorry I didn't finish all the way, but you know how it is. I'll just kind of whip it up and I'll put a picture up. Thank you very much, Jody and Andrea and Katie. Katie says, I accidentally put the top plate under the die and paper, so my big fern from mushroom set curled around the roller. Oh no! Oh no. Thank you, Rose. Thanks, Karen and Jody and everybody. Thank you for being with me. Again, David will be here on Monday, and then Yosette will be here on Wednesday with her new release. All right, take care, everybody.